The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is finally upon us. What's a better way to prepare for it than to talk about the little trinkets and toys and consumerism? Five Nights at Freddy's is no stranger to mass marketing and merchandising itself and the various characters it has spawned. It has a deep history within multiple manufacturing companies that could be talked about all day, but the movie's history has only spanned the last 2 years, so it's a lot easier to condense that into a little video. First thing I want to mention is the plushies. Plushie collecting has really expanded over the years. I'd call myself more of a veteran of this concept, but it does seem that the standard for plushies has only gotten more expensive. We didn't really get a standard line of plushies for the FNAF movie, though that likely would have come from Funko. The only piece of FNAF movie merch we directly got from them was this giant FNAF movie cupcake plushie, and I do gotta say this is pretty fantastic. It has basically all the details of the cupcake directly from the movie has, and is arguably a similar size to how it actually appears. If you're able to get a hold of this, this is probably the best and easiest way to display a replica cupcake prop on your shelf or whatever you do with these things. U2's also has a line of Five Nights at Freddy's movie plushies spanned across 2 waves. There's plushies of Mike, Abby, Balloon Boy, the Yellow Rabbit, Vanessa, the Cupcake, the Yellow Rabbit, but normal, and Sparky, oh boy. The latter 4 were unfortunately a limited release, meaning you can't actually buy these off the website anymore. I own 3 of the FNAF U2's plushies, being Mike, Abby, and Vanessa. I'd personally been clamoring for merch of the human characters for years, so it's awesome to see plushies of these guys, even if they're from the films rather than the games. Though this did seemingly encourage U2's to make a Cassie plushie, so that's pretty cool. Last 2 plushies I want to cover are from Hex, that both had drops to coincide with the plushie release, this being the 3rd Cupcake plushie and the Yellow Rabbit again. These are less explicitly FNAF movie branded and more so just happen to be the characters from the movies. Both are stylized in Hex's signature style. The cupcake features an opening jaw and a light up candle and looks pretty dang neat. This also dropped alongside a pin that actually looks really cute. I like how glittery it is, and the opening jaw is a nice touch. The Yellow Rabbit is closer to a standard Hex plushie with the magnetic limbs, having most of the Yellow Rabbit's features, as well as Garrett's toy plane as a prop.
That's a bit barbaric, isn't it? Poor bastard.
This also features a swappable purple guy head, which isn't the last we'll see of this gimmick, though, he certainly looks... The Yellow Rabbit apparel drop is pretty neat though. I like a lot of these, especially the pin. Next I'm going to talk about the FNAF movie figures. For that we have to wrap back around to U2's that have made a decent collection of vinyl figures. I own a good amount of these and I'd say they are pretty great for the most part. It's nice to, again, own merch of the human characters because I like them a lot. This collection consists of Mike in the Torture Freddy chair, Vanessa, Steve Raglan, and the Yellow Rabbit again with a swappable head that more closely resembles Matthew Lillard as opposed to that. So while researching this, I found out the Doug figure actually completely sold out, which is weird, because he wasn't explicitly stated to be a limited release, unlike the next thing I'm about to talk about, and this is like part of the first wave. So I don't know if he just like sold poorly, so they stopped making him or something. I don't know. I don't know why he's just gone now. I never bought Doug though, because I don't really care for him enough to spend $30 on a plastic toy of him.
Thanks, Matt.
And again, the next 3 figures were unfortunately a limited release, so you can't get them anymore. These being Balloon Boy, Abby and Golden Freddy, and Ness, Matthew, Fredbear, Julie, and Patrick. The last one might seem a little odd of a pick, but U2 started and still technically is a toy company meant for YouTubers and content creators or influencers or whatever the fuck. Can we make a less corporate sounding phrase for multi-platform online creators or something? I don't like it. I think BB is easily the most unfortunate one to lose to a limited release because he's almost a one-to-one recreation of the little toy in the movie and he looks very cute, albeit a little creepy. I don't know, I really like when merch is just kind of plucked from the media and into my hand. There's something inherently cooler about it that way. And Abby and Golden Freddy is, she's so little and small, I want to squish her. I will say sometimes people do manage to find the limited release U2's products in actual stores, so like if you look in Spencer's, Hot Topic, or FYE, you might find something. I'd recommend looking in those places. Also, there's a pin set from U2's for the movie that's just kinda okay. That's not Shadow Bonnie, that's Bonnie Shadow. The only other figures we've gotten besides the U2's ones is kind of the Funko Pops. It's pretty obvious that the 10th anniversary FNAF Pops they made in 2024 were based off of the designs from the movie, evident by Foxy having the fluffy tufts of fur on the sides of his face, which is something that's just completely absent from his game design. Anywho, that's about it for the toys, and now we move on to other stuff. Did I scare you?
Almost time for Halloween!
Halloween Horror Nights is an annual event hosted by the theme park Universal Studios, where during the evening their park will transform into a spooky park. This will place various haunted house attractions around their park, as well as just completely revamping it with scare zones to make it oh so spooky to wander around. For the 34th annual event, they had a Five Nights at Freddy's themed house, which was themed entirely around the first movie, which makes sense, since this is in fact a theme park about movies. With this house came themed food and merchandise galore. I swear every storefront we walked into at the front just had FNAF smack dab up there. Those fuckers knew exactly how deep the pockets of obsessed FNAF fans were. I actually got to go to Halloween Horror Nights when it happened, experiencing the theme park in some houses and eat the food and to buy stuffs. So if you want to go see me do that, go check out the 2 vlogs by Doomfox, whose footage I've been using for this bit. Mind my hair in these videos though, is hot and humid and my hair is not built for that.
Tracy, you excited? What?
Like I said though, they merchandised the shit out of FNAF for this, and we got a ton of different things. I'm just gonna go over a small handful of things I managed to get myself. I got this t-shirt, which features special artwork for the house and looks pretty dang awesome. Alongside this sweet poster with the exact same art, I got this cool glass with the art kind of like shuffled around in these stars, which also looks really cool. I can drink my Freddy Fanta out of it. Wait. No, I am getting ahead of myself. Lastly, I got this exclusive little figure of Freddy, which is really neat looking. He has a special base branded with the Halloween Horror Nights logo, and he's sort of in this reaching out pose. It seems the sculpt is very heavily referenced from the Nendoroid of Freddy that came out a while ago, though he notably has buck teeth. So I know that happened. Very cool little figure though, that definitely goes for very normal prices secondhand. There are a ton of little things that came up for this collaboration though, even if I only got a few things myself. You can go down this rabbit hole for a while. Universal actually announced that it was going to be stocking FNAF stuff year-round after this collab, so safe to say they made a lot of money. I believe it's going to have the Horror Nights branding removed though, so this stuff is still limited in some ways. I don't care enough to find out what is and isn't restocking, so I'm just going to take their word for it. I just love my physical media, guys. I do love me some physical medias I can hold in my hands. DVDs are kind of going the way of the dinos and are increasingly digital and decreasingly owning the things we buy age. It seems DVDs have become more collector novelties compared to actually functional ways to watch movies, though with how I watch movies, you can call me Foxy, the way I be the pirate. This video is sponsored by Amazon Prime, where you can watch Five Nights at Freddy's on digital. FNAF has seen a few DVD releases, including this cool orange variant case a few horror movies did last year for Halloween. There's also the steelbook that has a unique cover and looks neat, even if it's just traced drawings of the animatronics. There is a collector's edition though that has this cool pizza box and comes with a big tin poster thing. FNAF soundtrack done by the Newton Brothers also got a physical release on vinyl, CD, and cassette, and these are really awesome. I think they really killed it on the soundtrack for the film, and it's easily one of my favorite parts of said film. So getting a release like this is really amazing. The vinyls especially look cool. They have this bright red color and golden center, and I want one. I want to start collecting vinyls at some point, so this is easily going to be on my list of ones to get. Not an official piece of merchandise or anything, but a ton of fans have taken it upon themselves to put the film on VHS, which I think is super cool. It's a format that coincides with the times FNAF is based on, so this is also something I want to get at some point. Would be really cool to see them release this in an official capacity one day. Oh, I'm hungry. What's in the fridge? FNAF's film has had a handful of food collaborations over the last 2 years, such as the aforementioned food at Halloween Horror Nights. You could get a little Freddy Fazbear's pizza your own, the Hollywood location featuring cheese and pepperoni pizza in these cute little boxes, while the Orlando location had spaghetti pizza. And chances are you're like me, and you're like, why did they do that? It took me like a week to realize that this is actually a reference to this joke from the end of the first movie.
What do you want for dinner? Pizza or spaghetti?
Both.
Wouldn't exactly say that was the zinger of a reference for this, but whatever. Both locations featured a real Mr. Cupcake you could order that's flavor changed depending on where you were, which is pretty neat. The Orlando location had some exclusive items, including the Eggs Benedict sandwich from sister location. Mike's eggs never tasted so good. As well as 2 drinks, a sour lime drink for Chica and a strawberry drink for Foxy. These were okay, but I'm pissed cause they didn't give us the little hook with the Foxy drink, you bastards. When the first FNAF movie came out, they actually collaborated with a food chain. Can you guess what it is? It was Insomnia Cookies, you dumbass. Why would it be an actual, like, pizza restaurant? Insomnia Cookies did a collab with Five Nights at Freddy's for the first film's release, where you could get this cookie dessert pizza. Yes, I can feel my arteries clogging as we speak. You did get this sweet FNAF-themed pizza box when you ordered, though, which is a very neat novelty. Speaking of pizza, it seems for the FNAF films, you'll have to get your Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Kick at the actual theater. Most theaters for the first movie served pizza inside FNAF pizza boxes, which is a really cool touch, and I believe they are bringing this back for the second movie. You have to pay for movie theater food, so expect to pay an arm and a leg for this experience. I actually own one of the pizza boxes completely untainted by food. It's cardboard, so it hasn't exactly held up the best, but again, it's just really cool having this in an official capacity. For FNAF 2, we actually got another collab with a food chain. Can you guess what it is? No, dumbass, it's Popeyes. Why would it ever actually be pizza, you dumb fuck? FNAF has a new Popeyes meal, including garlic parm tenders, cheesy bites with marinara sauce, and a little dingy cupcake thing. I have yet to actually try it as of writing this, but as far as I know, the takes have been mostly mixed. Seems Popeyes doesn't have the greatest quality control. I've had some people say it was kind of okay, and some people say that it's repulsive and it made their stomach hurt. I don't like the way that cupcake's looking at me, though. There's got some dark thoughts in that thing.
Run for your lives, everyone! It's the appetizer!
Finally, for food, Fanta did a Halloween-themed set of drinks for the holiday season, featuring various Blumhouse and Universal horror characters, one of which being Freddy Fazbear.
That's Freddy Fazbear!
This look for him is a lot closer to his game appearance over the movies, but it is branded with FNAF 2, so I'm just gonna say it's for the movie. Yeah, it's orange Fanta, and I don't really know what you're expecting. Random side tangent though, that there is a commercial for this, and it was really cool seeing Freddy Fazbear and Chucky in the same media, because they're both my two favorite horror movie characters. Or horror character, maybe not movie character, just horror characters, I guess, in general. So it was really cool getting to see them in the same thing. It's kind of crazy seeing how this is literally everywhere though, with orange being Fanta's flagship flavor. Freddy's face is plastered all over pretty much every place that carries it. I saw Freddy peeking out of a damn airport Burger King a few weeks ago. That's how you know it's terminal. And last but not least for this video, we hit the consumerism final boss. Popcorn buckets.
That is disgusting.
Popcorn buckets have become a bit of a phenomenon for the last few years, and while the first FNAF movie didn't really have any popcorn buckets, they went absolutely fucking insane for FNAF 2, producing more popcorn buckets than I can count. Seriously, I don't want to count them. I fear if I do, another one is gonna birth into existence. They're incubating these things like fucking eggs. Popcorn buckets are now a collecting novelty, and more so an annoying toy to eat out of while watching a movie than a functional bucket. I mean, you know, all the Red One heads were out there just clamoring for this. I'm just gonna go over a few of my favorite popcorn buckets here. The Faz Talker popcorn bucket might be my favorite one. Again, having something that just replicates something directly from the universe is always gonna be cool. This bucket even lights up and plays sound, which is just so neat. 50 smackers for this thing, though it did come with a ticket to see FNAF 2, which is decent enough, I guess. This sold out pretty quickly, being an online exclusive, though I hope they restock it in time for the movie to actually release. I was hoping mine would come in time in the mail to show it off for this video, and fortunately, it didn't. It's just still in transit in Florida, and now I'm sad. There's also this show stage bucket, which is pretty neat. It comes with little figures of the main three toy animatronics and Balloon Boy, and when you press this button in the middle, the little stage lights come on. Despite Toy Chica looking interesting, this bucket is still really awesome. How much does it cost with the popcorn? $60? Okay, yeah. 60 bucks is insane for this. Like, at least the Faz Talker is more electronic and comes with an actual ticket to see the movie. Like, God, they're robbing people blind with this movie. Holy shit. Last main popcorn bucket I want to talk about is this Toy Freddy one, which is also a contender for being my favorite. His hat opens up to put the popcorn in, and Toy Freddy being one of my, like, top 5 FNAF characters, this makes me so happy. I love getting to see him as the poster boy for this movie. You can also press his eyes in, which light up glowing red, and you can remove his face to see the endo underneath. And it doubles as a mask! I love this bucket so damn much, like this is so cool. I think if you're just looking for something more functional and cute, I'd easily go for this one. I believe it's only at AMC theaters though. There's a ton more of these things, but I'd be here all day if I wanted to talk about them all, so I'm just gonna throw them up on screen and give you a little scavenger hunt to go look at them yourself. Unfortunately, most of these popcorn buckets and some other stuff I talked about this video is only available in the US, which just really sucks. Thankfully, the films have been able to start reaching FNAF to a wider audience. I believe they actually had 2 physical events to promote FNAF 2 in Italy and Brazil, but I just really hope FNAF's able to reach more international markets. Like, it's bullshit that that only people in the US get this stuff. Though, as an American, I'm eating. So that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me talk about this stuff, and go see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in theaters on December 5th. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Or if you're even more cool and awesome, you can watch my FNAF Plush Movie Fazbear Finale on November 22nd. It's 3 hours long and absolutely free. Outside of YouTube ads, I guess. Sorry.